it's Leak, aka Slick Poppy, aka The Don. Back with another video, and today we're reacting to Sneako is finally back on YouTube. I figured he was gone. I think he was gone for a minute because he was at one point posting videos on X and he was doing pretty good. You feel me? I like the edits, I like the concept. It was valid. I don't know how he got banned on YouTube. I don't remember. I remember he got banned on Twitch, definitely. But since then he's been doing his thing, grinding it out, figuring it out, and we're finna see what this video hit. Before we do, go ahead and hit the description box below, the bell to the side for the squad, and like this video. Thank you.
Look at him.
It's been 3 years. Damn. How many subscribers he still got? Okay, he still got 1.2. Okay, and
Green.
I wonder how much he lost.
Look at the screen.
Is it reaction to reaction?
My Elgato game capture was delayed and it's not gonna come for a while. I talked to him on Twitter and he sent me this gameplay. And props to you, Icon Boy. Thanks a lot. And
literally crying.
Yes, let's get into it.
After 3 long and hard years, Sneako and other content creators are officially being unbanned from the platform known as YouTube, this glorious platform. And I'm not gonna lie, I understand it does feel good to be back, but there's some things we gotta talk about.
My whole life. My whole life's work was dedicated to this channel.
Sneako has been in a lot of our lives for a very long time, starting off as somebody who was a true YouTube artist outside of like the Black Ops commentary. He is somebody who utilized YouTube to get their arts off, their passions off, and that's why the emotions are clear as day as he gets his channel back. Young guy with a different type of passion, different type of artistic style, turned down a Mr. Beast job after winning the competition. This is a tenured YouTuber who fell down a bunch of different paths and traps that ultimately made him spiral out of control.
You're odd. You sat on the bed while she got.
Y'all don't see what I see. Hold on, cause y'all don't see what I see. Lo, what is that on your foot? All right, we're gonna cover that up. Cause what? Nah, that's bad.
I was there too. I mean, we was both. I got up. Were you his girl?
I think whatever he tried to do is working.
Just sat there Indian style with your feet crossed. Well, she was on top of me. She was like, she was on, and I was just like not with it. And I saw her, and she was like, and I was like, that. And I just left the room, and then she left too. Like, luckily, I thought she was gonna stay there. Dog. Why you leave the room?
But I couldn't. Like, it was. I was literally having PTSD watching that. I was like having war flash. Like I just started. Could not do it. Could not do it.
So did that get you out of your cheating ways?
What position?
No. It was missionary. Missionary legs up.
It was
like
missionary legs up?
Legs up, yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's such an no.
Was he staring at her like in her eyes?
Yeah, like deep eye contact.
Oh no.
Deep eye contact.
But like realistically, why would you want to know that? Like, I'm not asking my homeboy how you did what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, how you got busy is your business. You feel me?
Yeah.
Side and blue.
And she grabbed it. She's like, I want you to me. I was like, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
With the toes like this?
The toes?
Yeah,
like
your
toe curl?
You actually put too much detail, dog.
Curl.
I think I saw a little arch. There was a little arch in the toe. And yeah.
Did the guy touch you?
Shout out to the peer-to-peer podcast for.
So I hope they weren't talking about what I think they were talking about. The cucalizations.
Honestly, a top 5 internet moment on this side of the internet. Now, after the clip seen around the world where Sneako admitted to cucking out in the relationship, he went down, honestly, one of the worst paths in the world. He went down the red pill arc, the misogyny arc, the racist arc.
It's the fact that you had those allegations going on to Fresh and Fit.
Arc, the extremist arc. He went down every single bad arc that you could possibly get
into,
which ultimately led him to the COVID misinformation and disinformation arc that ultimately would leave him banned. Most people probably forget, but Sneako did some pretty disgusting things on his path to being banned. Things
like
that kind of should have stopped. He even got warned to, but this is pretty nasty. I understand why he got banned.
How many genders are there in your mind?
Infinite.
That's so dumb. It's got infinite genders. You just got no personality.
Who broke Sneako's heart? It's not that.
But that part, is he wrong though? Like infinite gender though? Like
My heart. broken. It's that all of you are annoying. All women say the same nonsense.
And that's why little kids was coming up to you saying that stuff right there.
All
You know what I'm
of you
saying?
are predictable. All of you say the same garbage, and all of you are feminists. All of you are always victimizing yourself in a world where you have all the power. You didn't break my heart. You're just annoying. You take all my time, you take all my energy, you act up all the time, you think toxic is a personality trait, so I just want you to get away from me.
When it comes to wearing masks, how do you know if that's a good idea or not?
Because if people more powerful than me are telling me to do it, I instantly don't believe them.
Okay, do you understand that that just makes you a sheep of the other herd, right?
Of what herd?
If there is yeah, I'm telling you, if there is a shepherd and he says all the sheep go left, you can either choose your own path or you can go right because he told you to go left. You understand? You're being just as controlled, right?
So who's controlling me?
The people that you don't like. When you do the opposite of what they say, they have just as much control over you as they do the other people.
Because my whole life I've not been wearing a mask. So
how do you determine? How do you? Well, I'm asking you a question. How do you determine?
That's not following anybody.
You are. I'm asking you a question. How do you determine whether or not you should wear a mask?
Because I like breathing. I don't want to cover my face. I like to talk and I like to hear.
You can breathe with a mask on. You don't have. Do you see? Hold on.
Worse.
Yeah, okay,
worse.
So it's not
and
worse.
It's annoying and it makes me sweat and it's uncomfortable. So I'm not gonna put.
Back in COVID, it was annoying. Me having my Cartiers on majority of the time, 'cause I'm getting my money's worth. It be fogging up my glasses. I'm saying my breath wasn't hot. All right. But it was making my face sweat. I ain't gonna hold you.
On something that makes me uncomfortable.
And like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you could vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. And you know this is true. What's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly
Wow.
in a long time.
That is
It's been
crazy.
a while. So
Let
she's
somebody
on the
tell me
internet
that.
making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section. What you really need, Chad, is some
I feel like sometimes he catches himself when he's talking, trying to be cool, and like he does that face. I don't know if you catch it, but if you catch it, you catch it. It's that face like.
feminism. Yeah, come here. That's what you need. And she's gonna go. That's what you need. You need some sense. Fuck back into you.
Now that was probably just the tip of the iceberg, and we must remember that the thing that got
Is that the misogyny they speak of?
him banned from the platform ultimately was
I think
COVID
that's
misinformation and disinformation. Not necessarily the other plethora
just might
of
be
things that he was grifting about a long time ago. And I think that's what's probably the saddest thing about this is that it was just all a grift. As admitted by Sneako himself, he acknowledged that it was a ploy to get to some money, get to some fame really, really fast. And honestly, it worked.
3 years ago, I started streaming when I realized how easy that grift was.
I would spend weeks scripting, filming, and editing documentaries for YouTube that were getting demonetized, and I saw this liberal grifter react to them and make 10 times the money.
He is talented. That's the saddest part. Is just like he's just using it for garbanzo.
Turns out his grift
Is that
is
Hassan?
getting rich, shitting on rich people.
Genius, really.
The interesting case about Sneako here, though, is that he legitimately was somebody who was passionate about his YouTube channel. He was somebody that cared about the artistry behind making YouTube videos, content, studied some of the people that people consider to be the best YouTubers in the field, the artists in the field, or whatever the case may be. So when he did initially get banned, it was a shock to the system for him. And it wasn't a situation like Fresh and Fit or others who have been either demonetized or banned from YouTube.
But that was coming though. They had that
I'm not
coming.
gonna lie, I was a little bit bummed out. I cannot show up on the emergency meeting later tonight. I was supposed to do the emergency meeting on Taste on Rumble. The reason I can't go on the emergency meeting, I'm a risk. I'm a risk to have on. I was talking to Andrew for a long time last night. That dude is saying I'm a risk.
But now, after a bunch of different changes, whether it be in the presidential cabinet, whether it be with the social ideologies that are passed around the ecosystem, whether it be different information that the CDC put out, or whether it be who spends dollars and cents where, Sneako and others are now allowed back onto the platform, erasing some of the work that was done back in 2022, 2023, 2024, with all of the bans from COVID disinformation, misinformation, and just taking some of the nasty content off the platform.
Yo, they said demons home, nigga.
Yo, demon home. Yo, Agent, bro.
How you feeling, man?
I ain't gonna lie, Agent, this is, I don't remember last time I've been this happy.
It's so crazy because it's like, you just talking to a wall the whole time. Like, it wasn't shit, nobody.
But did that even make a dent in his whole situation, bro? Like, look, he's still living good. You feel me? Like, I mean, obviously he had different avenues and stuff like that. He had a funnel over to, but still, like, without YouTube, he was chilling.
He was listening to you, nothing like that, but
Bro, I was on Rumble, I stream on Party, like, bro, 3 years. Hey, Banks.
what's up, my brother?
Hey, I'm live right now. I was just unbanned on YouTube after 3 years. What should I tweet my first tweet back be?
The N-word. I'm just kidding.
Nah, let's
It's
not do that.
3 years, and especially like, you know, unfollowing and distancing to be like, okay, look, maybe I'll get unbanned after getting banned, platforming Nick. And then I post a vlog yesterday, and then I get banned the day after. It's kind of cinematic.
Yeah, it's a Groiper blessing. You received the Groiper blessing.
So I was Groiper cursed for 3 years, and then we vlogged. This is
What if you move in silence? How about that?
oh, bro. I moved in silence for 3 years. I was banned. What are you talking about? I hate this strategy so much. Like I wasn't already silent for 3 years.
Don't fuck this one up, man, please.
Yeah, nah. Now I got a second chance, man. I'm glad YouTube did that, and it feels good to finally be told that I was right. Like they basically admitted I was right.
You appealed this one using the appeal program?
Nah, they DM me. I replied to their tweet today because they said they weren't going to reinstate people who are already banned. And I'm like, yo, I need my channel back. And then they said, check your DMs, and it was Team YouTube DMing me.
Now, Sneako isn't the only one who was banned and then unbanned. There's conversations to get into there. But this is a part of YouTube's effort to basically align with the pendulum swinging. It's not necessarily about picking on Sneako or any individual creator. It's more so about getting those red pill dollars back into the fold or getting them off the platform, swinging whichever way that the money really resides. If the money's more left-leaning today, then tomorrow it might be more right-leaning, and you know, we'll just keep going back and forth in an ultimate game of who's wrong today. It's
now, if they get
now,
fresh
this doesn't
and
mean that
fit
everybody's
back,
unbanned.
then-
Everybody's favorite
I mean, they're not
alpha
banned,
male,
but-
Andrew Tate, tried to make his comeback to the platform, and it was swiftly kicked to the side
October
after
10th.
being hit with a ban after an hour of getting unbanned. People
That's
like
crazy.
Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes still aren't able to create content on the
Nick Fuentes
platform.
will stay
They're
there. I'm
just
sorry.
way too extreme for YouTube to decide this is somebody that should be deserved of a channel. Now, what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, for one, I ultimately do think that Sneako will change some of his rhetoric and some of his conversation. He's already acknowledged that creativity is where his heart truly lies. YouTube allows him to do things to a massive audience, be creative, and really champion some of that hard work. Unlike other platforms don't necessarily champion the hard work being put into it. Kind of like Twitter. He was on Twitter for a long time, and it just wasn't paying. There wasn't any championing of like creative.
I heard Twitter be
endeavors on
paying
the
booty.
platform. It was just a nasty.
Not Mr.
platform.
Beast though. He
Two, I
reckon
think
on the
it's
beat. Whoa. That's crazy. That's my man's. Hold on, I gotta text the group chat, dog. What is Mike doing? Just walking in the city like you from there, like
creative endeavors on the platform. It was just a nasty platform. Two, I think it's interesting in a conversation that a lot of people
That
just
is
are kind
funny,
of glossing
bro.
over, that these platforms make you march to the beat of their drum based off of where the dollars reside. Now, for 98% of content creators, this won't ever be a problem. Those that make cooking videos, those that make car videos, hell, even people who make videos like my videos, commentary videos where they give their opinions, won't necessarily be targeted in any moves that YouTube will
That
make.
is
Unless
funny.
extreme things happen in this country, then maybe that's a different conversation. And I mean more extreme than the extremes that are already happening. But unless one day, you know, Heinz ketchup is outlawed in
I'm
the
weak,
nation,
bro.
for the most part, you won't have your channel hand selected for being banned. But it still is very interesting how these platforms honestly don't stand on anything. I'm conflicted in this conversation because Sneako should be banned. Based on the letter of the law, the letter of the law, Sneako should be banned. And he should continue to be banned. Him and these other people haven't done anything. Sneako don't stand on anything. I'm conflicted in this conversation because Sneako should be banned. Based on the letter of the law, the letter of the law, Sneako should be banned.
letter of the law refers to a strict literal adherence to what is written in the law of rule, contrasts the spirit of law, which underline intent, purpose of law. also refer to formal written documents such as a letter from the lawyer or legal correspondent that communicates legal issues, rights, and obligations. The phrase "left the law" literal meaning, following the law exactly as written without interpretation or considering a broader context.
And he should continue to be banned. Him and these other people haven't done anything astronomical to be deserved of an unban. You broke the law. It's kind of one of those situations where you did something. Nothing has changed about what you did in the past. These rules and regulations state that this is wrong and you should continue to be banned. But just because the dollars have shifted, now he can get unbanned. I'm really confused as to how
did they really say a reason why he was unbanned for real?
List, other than just saying, hey, it's about the money. Do I think Sneako and others saw the green light at the end of the tunnel while they were making content in their early 20s? Absolutely. And even though it's not the same style of content, I think a lot of these other content creators who are young fall victim to losing themselves in pursuit of the almighty dollar. Whether it be doing these marathon streams and, you know, shirking your friends like I've talked about previously in my Black Boy Max video that ultimately leads you to be sad, lonely, depressed, and ultimately sick behind some of the decisions that you make, or leads you down.
All right, but that whole thing is like, it's a choice to be lonely and sad and all that stuff. You isolate yourself from your family regardless. You know, people like DDG who constantly has his family around no matter what he does, whether it's music videos, concerts, you know what I'm saying, vlogs, all that. When it comes to certain events and stuff, his family's always there. You feel me? So I feel like that's a choice at this point. Yeah.
This path of finding easy ways to monetize your disgusting and divisive talking points, things that honestly you don't believe in, but get the crowd so riled up that you can make a lot of profit off of it. Young people often find themselves losing themselves in the pursuit of money, and I don't think that this is a situation that is too much different. I'm honestly a little bit hopeful of the future that Sneako will be able to course correct.
Sneako getting unbanned with his voice from YouTube, but Gideon didn't get unbanned from Twitch. That would be crazy.
Forward. Does that discredit the things that he said in the past and done in the past? No. He's homeboys with Myron, Nick Fuentes, and some other very, very extreme people. He's at the forefront of...
But he is starting to like have opposing sides when it comes to their debates and stuff like that. He is challenging them. He is on the other side when it comes to things that they say, their mindsets and all that. You feel what I'm saying? I did see a debate between both of them and him kind of shift away in a way. So I wouldn't say he's still hanging around that crowd for real, for real. He's kind of like a lone wolf from the last time I seen. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he brings that content that he was posting on Twitter to YouTube, because that was gas. I ain't gonna lie. The social experiments, you know what I'm saying? The editing, it's something about it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. With that being said, that's the end of this video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave your comments down below. Hit the description box below, the bell to the side for Notice Squad, and like this video. We are locked in. Let's get it.